Hello, I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Taylor Pump Stations, and today we'd like to go over a little bit why the pump station and the brain of the pump station, the controls, are so important to the overall performance of the pump station. If you don't send good signals to your pumps, your motors, and your switches, then everything else is really problematic. The pump station is comprised of three major components: your concrete wet well, your valve vault, your mechanical, your pumps, your brackets, and your guide rails. But today we're going to talk specifically about the control panel. Taylor Pump Station control panel, along with ORPAC, builds the finest control panel in the industry today. I'd like to introduce to you Eric Summers with ORPAC and have him talk a little bit about why the control panel is so important to the overall performance of the station. And it does have a lot to do with green, being that these are energy efficient panels that start from the very aspect of the control panel themselves. They are a commercially powder coated panel. They have the NEMA high quality seal, and will prove to be a long lasting and durable control panel. It's Taylor Pump Station's belief to build a fine pump station you must construct a team, and I don't think we've done anything better than what we have done on building a team. Whether it's our precaster, whether it's our pump division, we rely on team members that are fully knowledgeable in the industry. And one such member that I have here today is PEC, Pacific Electrical Contractors, who I've established a relationship in 35 years of doing business with. And I hope that says something to you, my end customer, that when you have relationships that last that long, it's based on service to our customer. Both PEC and Taylor Pump Stations believe that servicing the end user, whether it's a municipality, a developer, that is our job one. And on that point, I would like to introduce Eric with PEC and ORPAC Systems. Hello, Eric. This is Eric Summers with PEC ORPAC, and he would like to do a little narrative on this panel that he so professionally built.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
You betcha.
As Mark stated, the year's experience the Pacific Electrical Contractors and ORPAC Systems has come together, and this is the end result. The end result is UL listed panels with intrinsic barriers, UL 508, and parts that are locally stocked, easy to get. People aren't trying to go online and search for them. They're standardized products. So that being said, the way we set up our panels, how the integration works, the controls we use, the lights, the switches, North Coast Electric has been huge in that. So us being Rockwell system integrators, that everything put together, as you so put, that team effort. Mm-hmm. This is everything that everybody has to offer. Mm-hmm. Both Allen Bradley, North Coast Electric, ORPAC Systems, Pacific Electrical, and the main one, Taylor Made Pump Stations. So this team that we've spent years and years putting together, these are all the results that we get out of that team.
And I would agree. And so what makes this individual panel here and controls such a good system for a municipal pump station and wastewater lift station?
So the big thing with controls and all the instrumentation is all the devices are stocked locally, whether they're in Medford, anywhere in Oregon. They're very accessible parts and pieces. Even out of state, Allen Bradley they're huge. They're North America's largest integration software, the whole works. So the biggest thing is that all these parts and pieces, anybody can find the part number, anybody knows what it is.
And of course, when it comes to wastewater, you definitely want to have the everything in line if you do have an outage or you do have a problem. It's usually very important at that moment to get the right control, to get back up and running when it comes to wastewater.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to step back and let Eric talk a little bit about what kind of devices he put into this to make this a very fine municipal wastewater station.
As tailor-made pump stations, as stated earlier, this is our mid-level municipality duplex lift station control system. So on this control system, there's certain variables that come into play over the years we've noticed that end clients require, whether it's able to pump the lift station down, not have any bypasses, whether going into hand mode. We've had issues with multiple customers, somebody leaving switches in the wrong position and not being notified. So now, based on high levels or the station not working, something faulting out at that point, now that's the only time they learn is if something bad has happened. So everything that we've designed into these panels has been years and years of experience that we've put into the end play. Even our low model control panels, we tried to put redundancy after redundancy. The intent of these municipality duplex station control panels for wastewater is people aren't having to go out and monitor them because they're working. And if people don't have to go out and monitor these lift stations, then their efforts can go somewhere else where they can make money, they can accomplish tasks that need to be done. So our main focus is to build a lift station control panel that over time is going to prove itself by not breaking down and by having consistency and working and doing exactly what it needs to do, and that's move water. The whole purpose of these is to move that water. So even at the little state, if somebody comes in, services it, turns off power, and they put these switches in the off position, they're going to have this local light indication saying, hey, something changed on the panel and I don't like it. So the controls are telling them that this red light indicates that something's wrong, would you please check me? Either switch. If it's not in the auto position, then the panel's going to tell you, hey, please put me back the way it is. If not, then that's okay, but just know that I myself, the panel, know that something's not right. So in addition to that, what we've had as well is we've had municipalities say, hey, well, we need to pump this station down. Well, we've seen them pull floats out of the water, we've seen them push on transmitters, we've seen them bypass those safeties. So what we have in play is, in our handoff auto section, is that it's going to flash and it's going to tell you that, hey, you can put me in hand, but know that please don't leave me here. There's other safeties in the program that come into play after that, but this is something where they can physically pump it down, they can see what's going on down below in the wet well. In the event of a major alarm, 2 pumps fail, some system part fails and it can't fix itself and it can't physically run, an audible alarm is going to come on, it's going to say, hey, someone needs to get here now. A flashing red light is something's wrong, but I will still work, I will find a way to pump water. An audible alarm means I need help because I can't physically move water at that point. On the inside is where all the main brains come into play. So again, Allen Bradley, Rockwell. So Rockwell, we're using their controllers, we're using a compact series controller. These controllers are able to integrate in with SCADA systems very easily. That's their design, that's their intent. So everything is Ethernet connection. We can integrate cellular modems, we can integrate other systems that can bring mobile information so that people aren't having to go out and check it continually. Again, it's going to reduce on fuel usage, labor hours. The whole intent is to utilize these panels as a tool. They're just not something out there working. They can be used for information purposes. We want to allow this panel and all of our panels, whether it's a low, a mid-range, or a high-range panel, that's going to be totally liquid with whatever facility it goes in. Just because you put this on doesn't mean it can't change. Things inside this panel can totally change and be upgraded. Within the panel, we've got compact logic controllers, we've got climate control devices, everything being overcurrent protective devices, being circuit breakers. People go out in the field, we see it all the time, oh, I don't have a fuse. Well, if you don't have a fuse, how are you supposed to get it running? So we standardize on circuit breakers, everything being Rockwell. Everything that gets installed into our panels is UL 508 or intrinsic safety certified, so that each panel that we UL list, when UL does show up, is very easily, there's no issues with it, we pass, whether it's intrinsic safety with our intrinsic barriers, also by Rockwell, or if it's the control logic controller, the battery backups, everything in these systems is UL listed, is easy to get, can find at a local distributor, and is easily replaceable.
So in closing, I'd like to inform the Public Works Director, developers, that we're a green station, we're a green company. We believe we're the first all-green pump station. And to that point, talking about pumps and the controls, if you don't have good panels, if you don't have good NEMA 4X seals, if you don't have good controls, sending good clean signals to your pumps and motors and switches, then you're going to have problems. And part of problems are either outages or premature failures. And I think the industry knows that green is making something last longer. You don't want to be recycling your pump station. You want to keep it there for years of dependable performance. And that is why I have put so much effort into my team in building a relationship with PEC and ORPAC, because not only do I feel like they're the top of their trade, but I believe that Taylor Pump Stations is also the top of their trade in building fine municipal pump stations. Thank you very much for viewing this video, and we know that you have a choice in the pump station that you choose, and we just hope that we've instilled confidence in you, our end customer, that we can supply you with the best municipal duplex wastewater pump station. Thank you.